A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike. Say, friends, one thing is certainly true about cigarettes. Nothing, no nothing, beats better taste. And remember...
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
This is Don Wilson. I'm sure you'll agree that it's really the taste of a cigarette that gives you enjoyment. Yes, for real deep-down smoking enjoyment, nothing, no nothing, beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better, cleaner and fresher and smoother. One reason for that better taste is LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Yes, the famous Lucky Strike taste begins with fine, light, naturally mild tobacco that has a wonderful aroma and a taste that's even better. Besides, Lucky's are made better to taste better. Made specifically to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother tasting smoke. So for real deep down enjoyment, get the better taste of Lucky Strike. Tomorrow, ask for a carton of Lucky's.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Legion Hall in Palm Springs, California, the Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're doing our show from Palm Springs, California. And this year, hundreds of Hollywood's biggest stars have come here to get away. So now I bring you the man they thought they were getting away from, Jack Benny!
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And, Don, it's certainly nice to be back in Palm Springs, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Jack. It's a wonderful place. This is the 12th straight year you've come to Palm Springs, isn't it?
That's right, Don. And, after all of these years, I still can't get used to it.
The climate?
No, the prices. Anyway, Don, I'm glad that you're enjoying yourself here.
I sure am, Jack. But I've got a bone to pick with you. You walked right by me this afternoon. I waved to you, and you didn't even acknowledge my greeting.
But, Don, I didn't see you this afternoon.
Don't kid me, Jack. I was sitting right by the Park Lane swimming pool in a red and white striped bathing suit.
A red and white stripe? Don, was that you? I thought it was a beach umbrella. Those people sitting in your shade fooled me there.
Now, Jack, I resent the way you keep giving everyone the impression I'm fat. I've lost a lot of weight. In fact, I felt self-conscious because my bathing suit was so loose on me.
No. Well, Don, maybe your bathing suit was loose on you, but the pool fit you like a glove. Especially around the deep end, You look like...
Hi, Jack, Don. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Bob. How are you? Hiya, Bob.
Say, Don, didn't I see you at the Park Lane this afternoon?
Oh, yes, you did.
Oh, are you staying there too, Bob?
Oh, no, Jack. I brought June and the kids up with me, so I rented one of those family bungalows on the edge of town.
Oh, that's nice. I bet the kids are having a good time.
Yeah, but this morning we had a little excitement.
Well, what happened?
Well, Malia, our baby, she crawled away from the bungalow, and she'd gone 2 miles into the desert before we caught up with her.
I wonder why she did that.
Well, she thought she was in the sandbox that Uncle Bing gave her.
Malia, she's a cute kid. Bob, you've got 5 of the nicest children that I've ever met.
Yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean, you guess so? Huh?
Well, Jack, they're good children. They're well-behaved. They're smart in school and kind to their mother, dependable. They respect me, but...
So what's wrong?
Well, 5 kids, and not one of them sings like Gary.
You mean none of your kids are talented?
Well, Malia is. In fact, next week she starts out on a nightclub tour.
A nightclub tour? What are you talking? She's only a baby. What can she do?
Well, she cries like Johnny Ray.
Oh!
By the way, Jack, where are you staying at the Biltmore?
What? Bob, read that line over again, will you, please?
Oh, I see. By the way, Jack, where are you staying? At the Biltmore?
You see, to him it's nothing. But a comma can cost me $30 a day. No, Bob, I'm not at the Biltmore. They didn't have a vacancy there.
Well, where are you staying, Jack?
Well, I'm at a little place just at the edge of town. It's called the El Pocho de la Sal.
The El Pocho de la Sal?
Yes, that's Spanish for don't let the sand get in your eyes, don't let the cactus break your heart. It's very nice. You know, it's one of the... Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Hi, everybody. What were you fellas talking about?
Well, Mary, we were just discussing a motel here in Palm Springs. Have you ever heard of the El Pocho de la Sal?
The El Pocho de la Sal? Yes, Don, I know quite a few people who've stayed there.
You see?
I hear it's not bad if you don't mind taking the shots.
Yeah. Silly, you know, they find a few tsetse flies in the kitchen and the Board of Health gets all excited. Anyway, I like to stay there. They give you a room and your meals, you know, for $2 a day.
For $2 a day, they give you meals in a room?
Yeah.
What about a bath?
They insist on it.
They do not. They just make you run through the sprinklers. Slowly. Where are you stopping, Mary?
It's the Howard Manor.
Oh, yes, I called you there today and you were out.
I know. I was playing tennis over at the Racket Club.
Oh, the Racket Club, eh?
Yeah, and Mr.
That was
May
a great
was there.
line, wasn't it? Oh, the Racket Club, eh? I get those lines all through the show. What did you say, Mary?
I said Mr. May was there.
Oh, you mean Tom May, the owner of the May Company?
Yes, and I could have played tennis with him, too, if I just hadn't gotten so excited.
Excited? What do you mean?
Well, when he handed me the racket, I wrapped it up and was figuring the sales tax before I knew what I was doing.
Well, how do you like that? But, Mary, if you're going...
Jack.
What is it, Bob?
Well, before I forget, the boys in the band want me to ask you if they can leave immediately after the show.
Leave Pop Springs? Why? It's so nice and warm here.
Well, that's what they're complaining about.
What?
Well, this desert sun is murder on those ice cubes.
Bob, you mean the boys are at it again?
Well, on the contrary, Jack, they've been behaving. In fact, Remley was in bed at 9 o'clock last night.
Remley? Remley in bed by 9 o'clock? How come?
Well, he was walking down Palm Canyon Drive. He saw the sign on the Chi Club, and he decided
Wait a minute,
right
Bob.
around.
It isn't the Chi Club. It's Chi-Chi.
Well, how do you like that? Gee, Remley thought he was seeing double, and he went right to bed. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Oh, hello, Dennis.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. Gee, Mr. Benny, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's all right, kid.
Well, you don't have to get mad.
Dennis, I'm not mad. You came in a little late. That's the end of it.
I tried to get you all afternoon and tell you I'd be a little late.
You phoned my motel?
Yeah, but I think the telephone wires were crossed.
Oh.
Every time I dial your number, I got the Board of Health.
Well, if a tsetse fly answers, hang up. Board of Hell. Dennis, where were you this afternoon?
Oh, I was out with a girl.
Oh.
Dennis, you've already been out with a girl? Well, that's pretty fast work.
Oh, it's easy to find a girl in Palm Springs. Every store window in town is advertising them.
Advertising what?
Advertising dates.
Oh, Dennis, those dates, those are the kind that come out of trees.
Oh, no wonder her arms were so long.
No, Dennis, I'm talking about stuffed dates.
Mine ate like a pig.
That kid drives me nuts.
Oh, take it easy,
I
Jack.
can't help it, Mary. I come to Palm Springs to get some sun, play some golf, have a nice rest, and that kid makes a wreck out of it.
Say, Jack, I've been out on the golf course every day. I haven't seen you out there playing.
I know. That would happen to me. I left Beverly Hills, forgot my golf clubs. You know what? I'm going to call Rochester and have them send them. Excuse me.
Number, please.
Oh, hello, operator. I'd like to place a call to Beverly Hills, California, Crestview 44124, please.
Yes, sir. Who's calling, please?
Jack Benny.
Oh, Mr. Benny, I'm certainly glad you came to Palm Springs.
Well, thank you.
I hope you're planning to stay a long time.
Are you one of my fans?
No, my father owns the El Pocho de la Sal.
What?
Next time, take off your socks when you run through the sprinklers.
I will. Now get me the number, will you?
The circuits are busy. I'll ring you when I get your party.
Thank you. Fresh operator. Dennis, while I'm waiting, you better sing your song, will you?
Okay.
Dennis Day singing Even Now. And, Dennis, it was excellent.
Well, thanks, Mr. Benny, and I'm sorry I made you nervous.
That's all right, kid.
It's just that I was out in the sun all day and my head hurts.
Your head hurts? Well, Dennis, do you see spots in front of your eyes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my goodness, maybe you're suffering from a sunstroke.
Sunstroke?
Certainly. I mean, how long have you been seeing these spots in front of your eyes?
Next month will be 22 years.
Dennis, sit down.
You're just mad because I'm a better singer than you are.
Well, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Certainly you're a better singer than I am. I'm a comedian.
I'm funnier than you are, too.
Oh, stop! I don't know why Okay, that must be my call to Rochester. Hello?
Is this Mr. Benny?
Yes.
I'm ringing your party in Beverly Hills.
Thank you.
Mr. Benny's residence, star of stage, screen, radio, television, and it's getting harder to live with every day.
Rochester! Rochester, it's me.
Oh, hello, boss.
Rochester, what's the matter?
Well, the weather's been kind of chilly in Beverly Hills.
Wait a minute. Are you hinting for me to let you come to Palm Springs?
Either that or permission to turn on the heat.
What?
The pilot light don't give off much.
Now, Rochester's not going to do you any good to complain because you're not coming up here. You got to stay home and take care of Polly, my parrot. She's got a cold.
I've been taking care of her. I gave her a hot toddy, but I think I put in too much whiskey.
Why? What happened?
She fell off the Persian when I went to pick her up. She took a swing at me.
No.
And, boss, nothing looks worse than a green parrot with red eyes.
Well, give her an Alka-Seltzer.
I did, and the bubbles keep knocking her off the Persian here.
Well, look, Rochester, the reason I called, I want you to send me my golf bag and club.
I returned it to Mr. and Mrs. Coleman.
Well, where are the Colemans?
In Palm Springs.
Oh, well, then I'll get it myself. Where are the Colemans staying?
I don't know, but they don't have to run through sprinklers.
Well, I hope not. Who wants to play with a wet golf bag? Goodbye, Rochester.
Goodbye. Oh, say, boss.
Now what?
Is Mr. Bing Crosby going to be on your radio program next week?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, let's plug it. Let's plug it. Plug it.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Rochester. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now, kids, I want you to keep Wednesday afternoon open because I'm going to make arrangements for us all to play golf together.
Well, if it's all the same to you, Jack, I'd rather not.
You can count me out, too.
Me too.
What about you, Dennis? You want to play golf with me?
No, you cheat.
Oh, never mind. What's the matter with everybody here? Why does anybody want to play golf with me?
Look, Jack, after that steak ride you arranged last night, you can't blame us.
Why, that steak ride wasn't so bad.
Oh, no? Well, I'm going to tell the audience what happened, and they can be the judge.
Don't be silly, Mary. Nobody's interested.
Oh, yes, they are. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh.
last night we all wanted to have some fun, and Jack made arrangements and insisted that the whole cast go on a steak ride with him. It was about 7 o'clock when he arrived at the stake.
Now, come on, everybody. We'll get our horses. Over here, Don, Bob.
We're with you, Jack.
I didn't think you were there for a minute. Come along, Mary. I'll talk to that fellow over there about the horses. Oh, mister. Are you the one who takes care of the stable?
Well, who do you think I am with this broom in my hand, an off-season witch?
Look, I'm Mr. Benny. I called up about a steak ride for this evening.
Oh, yes, I have it written right here. 16 horses for a steak ride.
16 horses? But there are only 15 of us.
You're going to eat, aren't you?
Look, don't be funny. If I want jokes, I'll call my riders.
Which stable are they in?
Now, cut that out! And get a move on. We're anxious to get started.
All right, what kind of a horse would you like?
Oh, I don't care.
Well, I've got a brown horse, a gray horse, a black horse, and a purple one with yellow polka dots.
Well, that's silly. Whoever saw a purple horse with yellow polka dots?
I did.
Quiet, Remley. Now, look, mister, we're not fussy about the horses, but get them ready, will you?
All right, I'll be back in a jiffy.
Jack, I've never been on a steak ride before. What do you do?
Well, Don, this is my party, so nobody has to worry about a thing. I've arranged for us all to get horses here. I got a guide who'll lead us through the desert and to a beautiful little spot in the mountains.
Really?
Yeah, and when we get there, I've arranged for some men to have a big fire going, and while the cook prepares dinner, we'll sit around the fire, sing songs, and then I've seen to it that you'll all get thick charcoal broiled steaks.
Ah, sounds wonderful, Jack. What happens after that?
We all pay our share and go home.
You do not. Well, here Here he comes with the horses.
Here are the horses, Mr. Benny. Which one would you like?
Well, I don't know.
This one is a Palomino. This is a very gentle mare. And this one is an English horse.
An English horse? Well, I'll take this English horse. Help me up, will you?
Quiet, Cecil.
Hey, this is a big horse. It's sure high up here. Hey, Mary, this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've got a beautiful horse.
Look at mine, Mary. Did you ever see such a long mane?
Put your glasses on. You're sitting backwards.
Oh. We're all ready. All right, kids, let's go. Isn't it beautiful out here on the desert?
Yeah, and the sky is so clear.
And this trail is so nice. No ruts, no bumps, no stones.
Well, you can thank Don. His horse's stomach is smoothing it out. When Don rides... What's that?
Well, it's either a coyote or somebody got his bill at the racket club.
Gee, coyotes and everything. I love riding out here. I should have been a cowboy. I'm an old cowhand from the Rio Grande.
And your hair just fell down in the sand.
I'm a cowboy who never saw a cow.
Never paid a bill 'cause you don't know how.
I sure ain't fixing to start it now.
Say, Mr. Benny, if you like singing, I brought the Guadalajara Trio from the dollhouse along for entertainment.
Oh, that's wonderful. Will they sing for us?
Why, sure they will. Boys, sing something for Mr. Benny.
Siempre que te pregunto que cuándo, cómo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes, quizás, quizás, quizás. Así pasan los días y yo desesperando, y tú sos moca lucky. So fancy. Estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, y se me por mí, sí. Así pasan los días y yo desesperando, y tú sos moca lucky with no lucency. You'll find that there is nothing, nothing better tasting. So let's all light a lucky from Kentucky, time's a wasting. Así pasan los días y yo desesperando, y tú sos moca lucky, no rock is rock, sí.
That was really wonderful. I'd like to thank the Guadalajara Trio.
You can talk to that fellow over there. He's in charge of them.
Oh, I see. Pardon me. Are you associated with the Guadalajara Trio?
Si, senor. I am their part-time manager.
Oh, just part-time. What do you do the rest of the time, huh?
I turn on the sprinklers at the El Pozo de la Sol.
Well, that doesn't seem like much for a man to do.
Earlier in the program, I was a horse. I see.
Well, come on, kids. We better get going. We just killed the illusion.
When are we going to get to the camp, Jack?
Yeah, we should have been there an hour ago.
Hey, maybe we're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, what is this anyway? Maybe we're lost.
I'm not.
You're not?
No, I still see the same spots in front of my eyes.
Oh, I wonder where we are anyway. I'll ride up and ask the guide. Let's see. There he is up on the horse in front there. Pardon me, Guy, how much longer until we get to the camp?
I don't know.
Well, how much farther is it?
I don't know.
Well, are we going in the right direction?
I don't know.
You don't know anything. Are you the guide?
I'm a jockey. I made a wrong turn at Santa Anita.
Oh, for heaven's
Jack, did he say we were going in the right direction?
sake. You don't know. But if we stay on the trail, we can't miss. Gee, kids, all we have to do now is build a fire. When we barbecue these steaks, you'll be glad you went on this trip.
Oh, boy, look at those steaks. I can't wait till they're ready.
Gee, they look wonderful.
They sure do.
Oh, boy.
Well, I've got all the twigs and the wood and the paper and everything ready to make the fire. Who's got a match?
Match? Don, give him a match.
I haven't got one, Jack.
Mary, have you got a match?
No.
Bob?
I ain't got one either.
Holy smoke, what did we do? Wait a minute. Dennis, didn't I give you a book of matches?
That was last Christmas.
Well, look, mister, you're responsible for the steak ride. It's up to you to have matches.
Well, I always forget something.
What?
The last time I forgot the steak.
Well, that's settled. Come on, Cecil, let's go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, the nation's fight against infantile paralysis continues relentlessly. The March of Dimes has made this possible, but your contributions must keep rolling in order to continue the fight against polio. Please send your dimes and dollars to your local March of Dimes headquarters now. Join the March of Dimes. Thank you. Jack will be back in just a moment, but first, nothing beats better taste. And remember,
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky's strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting. Fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
surely it's true, friends, that you get more enjoyment from a cigarette that tastes better. Fact is, in cigarette smoking, nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better, cleaner and fresher and smoother. No wonder a nationwide survey based on actual student interviews in 80 leading colleges reveals that more smokers in these colleges prefer Lucky's than any other cigarette. And why? The number one reason the students gave for smoking Lucky's was better taste. Now, friends, I know you yourself are sure to find that Lucky's taste better, cleaner, fresher, and smoother. And because they do taste better, Lucky's will bring you the deep down enjoyment every smoker wants. So be happy. Go Lucky. Tomorrow, ask for a carton of Lucky Strike.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
Ladies and gentlemen, next week we will also be broadcasting from Palm Springs, and our guest star will be Bing Crosby. We felt that we should have something to brighten up the program, and if Bing wears his usual shirt, that will do it. And also...
Say, Jack, is my brother Bing really going to be on?
Yes.
Well, if he's going to sing a song, he'll have to change his style. He sounds too much like me.
He'll change it. Good night, folks.
Jack Benny program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Mark. Be sure to hear The American Way with Forrest Height for Lucky Strike every Thursday over this same station. Consult your newspaper for the time. The program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network. And KNX Los Angeles, where Amos and Andy follow.
The Jack Benny Program, transcribed and presented by Lucky Strike. You know, friends, nothing beats better taste. And remember,
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky Strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting. Fine tobacco.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
which cigarette is the right one for you? That's easy. The one that tastes better. Because a better tasting cigarette will give you more enjoyment. That's right. Nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better. Cleaner and fresher and smoother. Here's why. First of all, Lucky's are made of fine, light, really mild tobacco. Yes, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Then, too, Lucky's are made better to taste better. Made round and firm and fully packed to draw freely and smoke evenly. Made to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother tasting smoke. So, friends, for the one thing you want most in a cigarette, for the better taste that brings greater smoking enjoyment, be happy. Go Lucky. Make your next carton Lucky Strike.
Lucky's taste better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike.
Broadcasting from the American Legion Hall in Palm Springs, California, the Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you a man who, after 1 week in Palm Springs, has become a picture of health. He was on the golf course Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, looking for the ball he lost on Monday. And here he is, Jack Benny!
Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since this is our second week...
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Wait a minute.
Huh?
Jack, did you really lose a golf ball?
Certainly, Don. I even asked you to help me look for it all over the desert. And now, ladies and gentlemen, since this is our second week...
Oh, Jack, something tells me you tricked me.
I tricked you?
Yes. As we were coming past Roger's stable, you said, Don, you'll never find the ball that way. Stoop over. I did. You threw a saddle on me, and for the rest of the day, tried to rent me out for $1.25 an hour.
He found out. I thought I was being subtle, too. You know, I can't... Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Hello, everybody.
Mary, why didn't you show up for rehearsal this morning?
Well, if you must know, for one thing, I was busy moving out of that hotel where you're living.
But, Mary, I've stayed in that hotel for the last 2 weeks. It may be small and crowded, but it's a lovely place.
Some lovely place. This morning, a guest bawled me out for using the roller towel.
Why?
He was sleeping in it.
Well, Mary, it's the height of the season. People have to sleep where they can. As a matter of fact, I happen to know that last night, some people had to sleep in the police station.
Jack, that was the orchestra, and the height of the season had nothing to do with it.
Oh.
Say, Mary, you're kidding about the orchestra being arrested, aren't you?
No, I'm not, Don.
Well, for heaven's sakes, what'd they do?
I don't know about the others, but the police found Remley lying against the curb, and he hadn't put a penny in the parking meter.
Mary, stop making up jokes. Now, you know the boys in the band. Oh, hello, Bob.
Hiya, Jack. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Bob.
Well, Bob, are you still enjoying yourself here in Palm Springs?
Oh, pretty good.
What do you mean, pretty good? You're living at one of the swankiest places in town, the El Mirador.
Well, that's right, Bob. And during the war, the El Mirador was a hospital, but it isn't anymore.
Well, I wish someone would tell the waiters.
Why?
Well, last night I ordered borscht.
Borscht? Well, didn't it taste good?
Who knows? They laid me on the table and shot it in my arm.
You're kidding.
Kidding. Look at this muscle. It's a potato.
Well, how do you like that?
And then for dessert, they gave me an anesthetic.
Well, Bob, that had nothing to do with the dinner. Everybody who lives at the El Mirador gets an anesthetic.
Yeah, but why?
That way they can give you the bill and you won't come to till you go through banning.
Explains a lot of things.
Yeah, it really explains a lot of things.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, when I drove up to the place, a bellboy came out, carried in my wallet, and left my bags in the driveway.
Sorry I took your line then, Bob. Anything happens when you do that. I take his lines, he takes somebody else's. That's because we don't rehearse, you know. Well, anyway, the El Mirador is really one of the nicest... Come in.
Telegram for Mr. Jack Benny.
I'll take it, boy.
Here you are.
Oh, just a minute, boy. Have you got change for a $5 bill?
Change for a $5? Yeah, I think so.
Good. Here's the $5 bill.
All right, here's your change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, boy, you can go now.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Benny. Thank you. This is my lucky day.
Wait a minute, boy. What do you mean this is your lucky day? Mr. Benny gave you a $5 bill, and you gave him back 5 ones. What are you so happy about?
When you do business with him and break even, it ain't bad.
Of course not. Go already.
Jack, who's the telegram from?
Just a minute, I'll see. It's from Dennis Day. Says, sorry I can't be on the program today, so I'm sending a substitute singer to take my place. The reason I'm missing the program is because I'm eloping with Marilyn Monroe. However, I'm silly enough to be back with you next week. That crazy kid making up jokes for a telegram. At 6 cents a word. It's ridiculous.
Hey, Jack, why did he say he's sending over a substitute? I can sing.
Why, certainly, Bob. That's exactly what you're going to do. Any substitute that Dennis would send over would probably be some silly jerk who doesn't even know how to... Now, who can that be? Come in.
Jack, look who it is.
Bing Crosby. Well, Bing.
Just call me substitute.
Bing, I'm surprised, actually amazed that you're the one that's taking Dennis's place today.
Why, Jack? What's so amazing about that?
Well, let's face it, how can a kid like Dennis afford to pay a big star like you for a guest appearance?
Wait a minute, Jack. Dennis isn't paying me anything. The kid and I worked out an exchange deal.
An exchange?
Mm-hmm. I do a guest shot for him today, and he caddies for me tomorrow.
Well, Bing, I don't like to cast aspersions on your business ability, but I think Dennis got the best of you on the deal.
No, I didn't, Jack. You see, tomorrow I'm playing a match with Ben Hogan at $100 a hole.
Wait a minute. You can't beat Ben Hogan. He's the best golfer in the country.
That's what I want with Dennis. He'll drive Hogan nuts.
Oh. That's some writing. I got 3 O's in there.
Redundant, what?
You know,
I'm here.
You know my whole gang, don't you?
Oh, yes. Hi, fellas. And, Mary.
Hello, Bing.
Well, I guess I know everybody except, who's the fellow standing over there? I'm your brother. I didn't recognize you. How are you, Robert? I'm fine, Bing. Gosh, I haven't seen you for months. In fact, not since I started working on Jack's program. Gee, no wonder I didn't recognize you, kid. You got a lot thinner.
wait a minute, Bing. If Bob lost any weight, it's not Jack's fault.
Certainly not.
Bob's working for peanuts, and peanuts are fattening.
Well, thank you, Mary. You know, Bing, it's quite a coincidence having you on the program. Only 3 weeks ago, we had your sidekick, Bob Hope, as a guest star.
Oh, really? How was old Sickle Snoot?
Sickle Snoot? Why do you call Hope that?
Well, his nose looks like a bagel with one bite out of it. I think that's me.
It does. It does. You know, it does at that.
Say, Bing, you and Bob Hope have made an awful lot of pictures together, haven't you?
Yes, and don't hit that word awful so hard, but it isn't trying to gloss that. Anyway, Beagle Beak is a little mad about it now because, you know, in every picture we make, I get the girl.
Oh, is that what makes him mad?
No, I get the money, too.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, Bing, with everything else you have, why are you so interested in money? Believe me, you can't take it with you.
They finally convinced you, huh?
Well, almost.
Say, Bing, what are you doing down here in Palm Springs?
Well, I've been doing some broadcasts, Marion. I've been writing my autobiography.
No kidding.
Yeah, finally finished all the writing. I've titled it Call Me Lucky.
Say, Bing, the story of your life must be very interesting. Tell me about it.
Well, I was born in Tacoma, Washington, and... I tell you about it, Jack. You can read it in the Saturday Evening Post.
Oh, yes, the Saturday Evening Post, sure. That's only 15 cents.
Comes in 8 installments.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
Well, Jack, this thing starts in the February 14th edition of the Saturday Evening Post, and you can read it there.
I know, but I want to hear the whole story at once. I don't want to wait 8 weeks.
Well, all right. You see, my life story starts off with my birth in the year 1914.
1914. See, this is 1953. 14 from 53. That would make you 39. Bing, you can't be 39.
What's the matter? You got it patented or something?
No, it's just that
finders keepers.
It is not. Look, Bing, do you have a copy of your autobiography with you?
Yeah, got it all right here, just as it appears in the Post.
Well, look, I'll tell you what. Suppose I read the story while you sing your song.
Well, what makes you think he'll sing a song?
What makes you think I won't? Open up your heart and let the love shine through. Open up your heart and make my dreams come true. Why do you just hide behind it? Loosen up the chains that bind it. Open up your heart and let me in. Baby, I've been mighty lonesome. Baby, I've been mighty blue. And the reason for it all is plain to see. From the very first day I met you, you've been walking in all my dreams. It's time you gave a little thought to me. The butterfly loves the sunshine, and the pelican loves the sea, and the meadowlark loves to sing his happy song. Not one of them gets as lonesome as a lovesick bird like me, and it's all because my chickadee done me wrong. Oh, why don't you open up your heart and let the love shine through? Open up your heart and make my dreams come true. Throw away the key that fits it. Tell 'em I'm the one that gets it. Open up your heart and let me in. Open up your heart and let me in.
Bingo, that was wonderful. And I just read your autobiography, and it's really interesting.
Say, Jack, I've got an idea.
What, Mary?
Well, since we've got Bing with us, why don't we dramatize his life story?
Say, that is a good idea. Look, Bing, suppose I do your life story on my show, Then you can do the story of my life on your show.
Your life on a half-hour program?
Don't worry, we'll work it out. 8 installments. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a special preview of the life of Bing Crosby as it appears in the Saturday Evening Post. Oh, excuse me a minute. Hello?
I have a long-distance call from Mr. Jack Benny.
This is Jack Benny speaking. I'll take the call.
It's collect.
Collect? Look, operator, I'm not taking any collect calls.
Just a moment. I'm sorry, Mr. Paley, but Mr. Benny said he isn't
Mr.
taking...
Paley? Oh, my goodness, operator, certainly I'll take the call.
Very well, Mr. Benny. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Benny. This is Rochester.
What? Rochester, you tricked me.
I had to, boss. I'm in the garage in San Bernardino, and I haven't got any money.
The garage? Something wrong with my car again? Rochester, answer me. Is there something wrong with my car?
Just a minute, boss. This is such a long story, I wrote it down.
Never mind that. Just tell me what happened.
Well, I was on my way down to Palm Springs to pick you up.
Uh-huh.
And as I was coming through Cucamonga, I was driving along the railroad tracks when suddenly I noticed the super chief was trying to pass me.
Trying to pass you?
So I accepted the challenge, put my foot down to the floor, and would you believe it? For the next 22 miles, we were side by side.
Rochester, how could you keep up with the super chief?
The mail hook had me by the back of the neck.
Well, that's one way of keeping up with it.
Yeah, we were coming along at 90 miles an hour, and then it happened.
What?
We came to a tunnel.
A tunnel? Oh, my goodness. Was the car wrecked?
Boss, if you see 4 flying saucers with hubcaps, they're yours.
That's terrible. Rochester, are you hurt?
No, I was protected by the ironing board.
Rochester, you had the ironing board in the car? Why?
If you found out I was just sitting there driving, you'd be awful mad.
I would not. Anyway, before you leave the garage, find out how much it'll cost to fix my car.
Oh, I already did that. In fact, I had 2 fellas look at it, and they each gave me an estimate. The first said $17.50, and the second fellow wanted $800.
Well, that's quite a difference. $800 out of the question for fixing up my car. What'll a fellow do for $17.50?
There it is.
Bury it? Rochester, you didn't really have a wreck, did you?
Well, no, I didn't, boss.
Then why did you make up such a story?
Well, I knew I'd be late getting down to Palm Springs, so I started to make up an excuse, and it got away from me.
Well, that's ridiculous.
No, it isn't. I sold it to the Saturday Evening Post in 8 installments.
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, say, boss.
Now what?
The director of your television show called, and he's already hired 700 dancing girls for your TV show next Sunday.
Rochester, I'm not having 700 dancing girls on my television show next Sunday.
Boss, you know that, and I know that, but let's lure the listeners.
Oh, yeah! Thank you, Rochester. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present our dramatization of the Saturday Evening Post autobiography of Bing Crosby, Call Me Lucky. Curtain music.
In the city of Tacoma, Washington, the stork paid a visit to Mr. and Mrs. Harry Crosby in the year 1914. It says here. The newborn baby was called Harry Lillis Crosby. Harry Lillis was a precocious baby and learned to speak quite young. At the age of 3 months, he said,
Da.
At the age of 4 months, he said,
Da, da.
At 5 months,
Da, da, da.
And at 6 months... The baby grew into a child of school age, and he was a good pupil. And a clever one, too. While other kids brought the teacher apples, he brought her Minute Maid orange juice. Then at the age of 7, he received the nickname he made famous, Bing. It happened because his family lived next to a cherry orchard, and he was very fond of Bing cherries. Fortunately, he didn't live next to an orange grove, or today he might be known as Naval Crosby. At about this time, another blessed event took place in the Crosby home. The newcomer joined brothers Bing, Larry, Ted, and Everett, and he was named Robert. Bing took care of little Robert and tried to teach him to talk.
Come on, Bobby. Say mama. Duh. Come on, Bob. Say mama. Duh. No, mama. Say mama. Mama. Shabba-ba-ba.
That's how it started, folks. The boys grew up and began going to high school, and Mother Crosby thought Bing was old enough to have responsibilities, so she decided to give him an allowance of $1 a week. When it came time for him to receive his first $1, Bing said,
Mother, may I have my allowance?
Why, certainly, son. Here it is.
Oh, but Mother, I'm supposed to get $1 allowance. How come you only gave me 90 cents?
Brother Everett gets 10%.
That started. By now, Bing was attending high school, and one day on his way to class, he ran into his best friend, Robert Leslie Hope. Hope suggested they play hooky, which they did. They went down to the corner fruit store and swiped apples, and they went around tipping over ash cans and breaking windows. This was the start of their first picture, The Road to Reform School. College. He and his brother Bob shared the same room at Gonzaga University. They shared everything. They even took their Saturday night baths together. And they enjoyed it because it gave them a chance to harmonize.
The roads are the dustiest, the winds are the gustiest, the gates are the rustiest, the pie's the crustiest, the song's the lustiest, the folks the trustiest. Way back home, the trees are the sappiest, the days are the nappiest, the dogs are the yappiest, the kids the scrappiest, the jokes the snappiest, the folks the happiest. Way back home, I don't know why I left the homestead. We Crosbys had such fun.
Yeah, but Bing, we drove the neighbors crazy. They had to move. Yes, one by one. Bob was the littlest, Sister Kay the prettiest, Larry was the dumpiest, Mary Rose the plumpiest, Bing's clothes the dingiest, Everett the stingiest. All right. Way back home.
So Luisa.
Let's light a lucky strike. That's sure a smoke I like. My folks are tearing them, and they're comparing them. Yes, it's a favorite smoke of all the smartest folk. Way back home. A lucky is round and firm. That's more than just a term. It's made of fine tobacco. There's 20 in the pack. No pulse is ever rough. It's Lucky's we all puff. Way back home. Lucky Strikes are better tasting.
What's feeling?
And there are no loose ends.
That's my boy, Grease the
This
sponsor.
is my butter and eggs. Lay off. A cleaner, fresher, smoother
Make it
smoke.
sound sincere.
You'll be proud to give your friend. We folks are the happiest. My brothers are the snappiest. Everett the dappiest. Bob is the pappiest.
You said it.
We're happy it is true. They're all right back with you. Way back home.
ambition was to become a singer. His career really started with an audition in Los Angeles.
Your name is Harry Lewis Crosby?
Yes, sir, but most people call me Bing.
Tell me, have you made any phonograph records?
Yes, sir. I made lots of records. I made them for a company owned by Rudy Valley, but gee, I think he's jealous of me.
Well, how can you say Rudy was jealous? He let you make the records, didn't he?
Yeah, but he wouldn't put the holes in the middle.
Young man, you know, I like you. I'm going to give you a chance. Here, learn this song, and tomorrow night you'll sing on a coast-to-coast radio network.
And the following night, for the first time in history, the rich baritone voice of Bing Crosby was heard as he sang...
Crunchy munchies hit the spot. From a cannon they are shot. They will become your favorite dish. They are better than Cavilda fish.
His way to success, and with fame and wealth, his interests became diversified. For instance, one day he witnessed the following scene.
I'll buy that racehorse.
That's a very good horse you're buying, Mr. Crosby.
Why, but tell me, what does he go the mile in?
Well, I don't know. We never quite made it.
I don't know.
Well, look, Mr. Crosby, your horse can win its first race if you'll tell the jockey that's riding it to holler giddy-ap and throw this little electrical switch on the saddle.
Oh, is there a battery under there?
No, it turns on his hearing aid.
But Bing could afford a stable of slow horses. He had gone into pictures. His movie career was always successful, but it became more so because of three brilliant decisions. He made Going My Way, he made Bells of St. Mary's, and he turned down The Horn Blows at Midnight. His career really reached its zenith on a night in March in 1945 when he won the Academy Award. His acceptance speech was quite modest, as he said,
I want to thank everyone who helped me win this Oscar. Even though I have supposedly reached the top as a singer, I want you to know that it has not been easy. I've had to overcome many hardships, poverty, disease, hunger, Como and Sinatra.
Yes, Bing had reached the very top, and yet his fortunes grew and grew. He had records, television, movies, radio, frozen food, inventions, cattle, and oil wells. Yes, the world was his. And I wish he'd give it back already. This is Bing's true story.
Jack and his guest star, Bing Crosby, will be back in a moment. But first, nothing. No, nothing beats better taste. And remember...
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. For Lucky's strike means fine tobacco, richer tasting, fine tobacco.
Lucky's tastes better.
Cleaner, fresher, smoother. Lucky Strike, Lucky Strike.
Friends, the taste of your cigarette is all important. For in a cigarette, nothing, no nothing beats better taste. And Lucky's taste better, cleaner and fresher and smoother. You see, Lucky's better taste really begins with the fine, light, truly mild tobacco that goes into every single Lucky Strike. Yes, LSMFT, Lucky Strike means fine tobacco. Good tasting tobacco, of course. Then, too, Lucky's also taste better because they're made better, to give you a cleaner, fresher, smoother tasting smoke. So, friends, remember how important better taste is to your enjoyment of a cigarette. And remember that Lucky Strike gives you the better taste of fine tobacco in a better-made cigarette. But most of all, remember to pick up a carton of Lucky's tomorrow. Yes, be happy. Go Lucky.
Be happy, go lucky, get better taste today.
Bing, I want to thank you very much for taking Dennis Day's place on the program.
I was glad to do it, Jack.
Tell me, Bing, is Dennis really going to caddy for you when you play golf with Ben Hogan tomorrow?
That's right.
And you and Ben are playing for $100 a hole?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you mind if I join you? You know, I'd like to pick up a little extra money.
What makes you think you'd win?
I can't lose. I'm going to caddy for Hogan.
Oh.
Good night, Bing. Good night, Hope.
The program is written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Marks. Be sure to hear The American Way with Horace Height for Lucky Strike every Thursday over this same station. Consult your newspaper for the time. Jack Benny program is brought to you by Lucky Strike, product of the American Tobacco Company, America's leading manufacturer of cigarettes.
This is the CBS Radio Network.
The Jack Benny program. Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take you back to yesterday. Last night, the members of the Beverly Hills Beavers put on a play at the school auditorium. Of course, Jack Benny, who happens to be the treasurer of the club, was planning to go. We now find Rochester pressing Jack's tuxedo.
Press it once and press it twice and press it once again. It's been a long, long time. Da 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 da. Well, I got the pants pressed. Now I better finish pressing the coat. I wonder where Mr. Benny bought this tuxedo. It should be on the label. Yeah, there it is. The Pep Boys.
Oh, Rochester, have you finished pressing my clothes yet?
Yes, boss, but who was the last one you rented this tuxedo to?
Why?
Every time I lay the coat down, the arms fold.
Oh, stop.
Anyway, you're only going to a school play. Why dress formal?
Well, Rochester, the Beavers aren't putting on just a play. They're going to do their version of my radio program. You see, each one of the kids will portray a member of my cast.
Oh.
And since I'm the inspiration for their show, they may ask me to come up on the stage and make a speech. Gosh, I'll never forget 10 years ago when I made that speech at the Academy Awards.
Boss, I didn't know you were on the speaker's list.
I wasn't, but I just had to get up and tell them what I thought of them. I'm glad I did, too. I'll get her, Rochester. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack. Am I early?
Well, we don't have to be at the school auditorium for a half hour yet. Sit down, Mary.
Thanks. You know, just before I left home, I was talking on the phone to Mama.
Oh, your mother, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What did the no loose ends of Plainfield have to say?
She told me she read in the paper about your visit with President Eisenhower.
That's right, Mary. I did visit the president.
Did he show you around the White House?
Yes, Mary. He was very nice to me. And, Mary, remember when you saw the White House on television, that big room where the piano was?
Uh-huh.
There's a putting green there now. Really nice, though.
Here's your tuxedo, boss.
Oh, help me on with the coat, Rochester. I want to see if it still fits. Thanks.
Jack, if you wear that old tuxedo again, I'm not going out with you. It's so old-fashioned now.
Old-fashioned?
Yes, look how long the coat is.
What are you laughing at?
You look like the villain in The Drunkard.
Only when I wear the cape. Now, Mary...
Jack, I mean it. I wouldn't be seen dead in that tuxedo.
Our last customer didn't mind.
Now, cut that out. I'm going to wear this tuxedo, and that settles it. Now, Rochester, I won't be home, and... Here's the phone. I'll get it. Hello?
Hi, Jack. This is Bob. I hate to bother you today, but, well, I wanted to let you know I'm on jury duty.
Jury duty? You're kidding.
No, the first case comes up Wednesday, and it may last for weeks.
But this is ridiculous. You'll miss my show. Didn't you tell him you worked for me?
Yes, I did, Jack.
Well, why did you tell him it would be a hardship if you had to lose the income from my show?
Well, I told him, Jack, but that didn't work either.
Why not?
Well, they pay more than you do.
What?
$3 a day.
Well, that temporary work is always high. But, Bob, I just can't let you miss my show.
Well, there's really nothing you can do about it, Jack.
Oh, no? What about my contract with you?
Well, that's the case that we're trying Wednesday.
Now, look, stop joking, Bob. I need you for the show, so I wish you'd try and make it.
Okay. Say, by the way, Jack, did you get that recording that I made with the sportsman?
Oh, yes, Bob. It's right here.
Well, will you play it? I think you might enjoy it.
All right, I'll play it right now. So long, Bob.
Goodbye.
Oh, Mary, Bob sent me a record that he made with the Sportsman Quartet. Let's play it.
Okay, where is it?
Right there by the phonograph. And play it loud, Mary, so I can hear it in the other room while I'm getting dressed.
Okay.
The sun is shining, oh, happy day. No more trouble and no skies are gray. Ever since you said those words to me. You said you loved me, I know it's true. My life's complete, dear, for now I have you. Oh, happy days, oh, lucky me. The moon is shining, oh, happy night. Come to me, darling, hold me so tight. I need your loving, really, yes, I do. You said you love me, I know it's true. My life's complete, dear, for now I have you. Oh, happy day, oh, lucky me. Oh, happy day, happy-go-lucky day.
Say, Mary, that was very good. It was thoughtful of Bob to get the sportsman to do it with him.
Oh, it sure was. Say, Jack, don't you think it's about time we left for the school auditorium?
Yes, we haven't got much time. Rochester, get my car out of the garage, will you, please?
You can't use the car, boss. A nail went through one of the tires.
Oh.
I told you not to buy such cheap tires.
Well, Rochester, the most expensive tire in the world can be punctured by a nail.
A fingernail?
Well, what did you touch it for? Always testing. Now what are we going to do?
Well, I've got my car outside.
Okay, we'll go in yours. Come on.
Bye, Rochester.
Goodbye.
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 Jack, wasn't that a nice song Bob sang?
Yeah.
The sun is shining. Oh, happy day.
They may cut taxes. I feel so gay.
Oh, look, Jack, here comes Dennis on a bicycle.
Where?
Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, kid. Gee, we were just leaving for the school auditorium. Aren't you going to see the Beverly Hills Beavers put on their play?
Oh, sure, but it's such a nice night, I thought I'd ride over on my new bicycle.
Oh, is that a new one, Dennis?
Yeah, I won it last night on a quiz program.
On a quiz program? Gosh, you're really lucky.
Yeah.
Was it a hard question?
Oh, no, it was easy. The man pointed to me and said, would you pay $100 for this bicycle? I said, yes, so I gave him the $100 and he gave me the bicycle.
Dennis.
I almost won a refrigerator, but I didn't have enough money.
Look, kid, did the master of ceremonies of this quiz program have a little hammer in his hand?
Uh-huh.
Dennis, you were at an auction.
Certainly. And all those people crowded around were bidding. I know what I'd have done if I'd have had the hammer. Now, come on, we better get to the... Now, come on, we better get to the school auditorium.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Dennis, did you ask your mother if you could go duck hunting with me again next week?
Yeah.
Dennis, I didn't know you go with Mr. Benny on his hunting trip.
Oh, sure, I'm his retriever.
You mean when he shoots, you bring back the duck?
No, when he misses, I have to bring back the buckshot.
All right, all right. Now, Dennis, leave your bicycle here and come with us.
Okay.
Say, this school auditorium really is packed. But we got pretty good seats, didn't we, Mary?
Oh, these are fine. Right in the center, too.
Can you see all right, Dennis?
No.
Why don't you ask that man in front of you to take off his hat?
It isn't his.
What?
It's mine. I put it there.
Well, take it off and be quiet.
Hey, Mr. Benny. Mr. Benny.
Oh, hello, Joey. Is everything ready backstage for your show?
Uh-huh.
Are the kids nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, good luck.
Thanks, Mr. Benny. And by the way, you'll be happy to know that we're almost sold out of popcorn.
Well, good, good. Now, push the lemonade. Go ahead.
Okay. You know, Miss Livingston, tonight we're going to do a takeoff on Mr. Benny's radio show.
I know.
Say, Joey, did you finally get a fat kid to play Don Wilson?
Uh-huh.
Good, good. Now, you better hurry or you'll be late. Huh? Well, Mary, it won't be long now before the show starts.
Gee, I hope the beavers really do it.
Hey, Mary. Mary.
Huh?
Don't look now, but there's a lady across the aisle who keeps staring at me. I guess she recognizes me.
Where?
Here she comes.
Pardon me, but would you be good enough to give me your autograph?
Why, certainly. There you are.
Thank you. You were wonderful in the drunkard.
I told you not to wear that cape.
I'll take it off. You know, Mary, this idea of the little kids doing my radio program is really clever, isn't it?
Oh, yes, Jack. I think it's the cutest thing that... Oh, the curtain's going up.
Yeah, yeah. And look, they've even got a kid orchestra.
Quiet, here they go.
The Jack Benny Show, starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring you the star of our show. A man who still has the first dollar he's ever earned. Not because he's cheap, because you can't spend Confederate money. Jack Benny. Thank you. Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And Don, did you think up that introduction all by yourself? Yes, Jack, and I thought it was very funny. Oh, you did, eh? Yes. Don. Blubber boy. Hey, get easy. The last time you shook like that, you got a proposal from Hilo Hattie. And another thing, Don. Oh, hello, Mary. Hello, Jack. Hiya, Don. Say, Mary, I called you last night, but your mate said you were out. That's right. I went to the baseball game with Van Johnson. That was nice. Who won? When it was Van Johnson, who watches the game? Mary, what's this you dropped on the floor? That? Oh, that's the letter I got from Mama. From your mother, eh? What does the third dimension of Plainfield have to say? I'll read it to you. My darling daughter, Mary, just a few lines to let you know that we are all well. The weather's nice here now, but as you probably read in the paper, we had an awful blizzard. And when your father came in from the barn, his milking hand was frozen. Gee. I hope it thaws out soon, as we'd like to get the cow out of the house. I don't blame them.
Hey, Mary, that little girl is a natural-born actress.
Yes, she went right on reading the letter, even though her bloomers were slipping down.
Yeah.
No other news, so we'll close now. With love, your loving mother, Mama. You know, Mary, your mother's letters get better all the time. But let's get on with the show. Oh, Bob Crosby, I'm talking to you. Oh, I'm sorry, Jack. I didn't hear you. Didn't hear me? No, I've been rehearsing a band and my ears are still folded. Oh, say, Bob, I meant to ask you, did you learn how to pronounce that word yet? I think so. Let me hear you say it. Manischewitz. Well, keep trying, Bob. You don't want to disgrace your wife and children. Say, Jack, what is it, Don? I think this fellow has a telegram for you. Well, what's he waiting for? Oh, boy. Yeah. Are you from Western Union?
Who do you think I am with this uniform, Nelson Eddy?
Never mind. Just give me the message.
Here you are.
And here's a tip for you.
Oh, boy, a nickel. Now I can send my father through college.
Say, I've had trouble with you before. What's the matter with you? Do you enjoy aggravating me?
Whoa, joy!
Now, let's see. I wonder who this Jack, you only gave a nickel tip. That's the cheapest thing I ever heard of. Mary, be quiet, or you'll be known as Nylon Nellie at the May Company. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction tonight, we are going to do...
Hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary.
Hello, Dennis. Hey, kid, I'm glad you got here because it's time for your... Wait a minute. Dennis, look at me. Huh? Dennis, this is the first time I ever saw you wearing glasses. Are your eyes bad?
No.
Then why are you wearing those glasses?
My uncle died and left them to me.
Your uncle? Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I can't see a darn thing with him.
Well, for heaven's sake, kid, you can't see with them. Take them off. Just because somebody leaves you something in a will, you're not compelled to use it.
I'm not?
No.
Anybody want to buy a set of teeth?
Now, cut that out. And take off those glasses. It's time for your song.
Okay.
While you're singing, I'm going out in the hall and get a candy bar out of the machine.
Clancy was a peaceful man, if you know what I mean. The cops picked up the pieces after Clancy left the scene. He never looked for trouble, that's the fact you can assume. But nevertheless, when trouble would touch Clancy, lowered the boom. Oh, the Clancy, oh, the Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. The neighbors all turned out for Kid O'Grady's wedding night. The Beaver said, let's have some fun. I think I'll start a fire. He rests the hall and kissed the bride and calls alive the groom. And kisses a wink before he could bring Clancy lower the boom. Oh, the Clancy, oh, the Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Oh, the Clancy, oh, the Clancy. Whenever they got his Irish up, Clancy lowered the boom. Sure, it was the most beautiful sight you ever did see when Clancy lowered the boom.
Where's the candy machine? Oh, here it is. Now, let's see. They've got Hershey's, Circus Peanuts, Lifesavers, Babe Ruth, and Milky Dip. I think I'll get that one, a Milky Dip.
Hey, Bud. Bud.
Huh?
Come here a minute.
Who, me?
Yeah, what you doing?
I'm getting some candy.
What kind?
A Milky Dip. What?
Get a Hershey bar.
Why a Hershey bar?
In this hot weather, nothing runs like chocolate.
But I want a Milky Dip.
Milky Dip hasn't got a chance.
What are you talking about? Milky Dip not only has chocolate on the outside, but it has cream in the center.
That's what'll give you the trouble.
What?
Cream is hard to handle unless you whip it.
And gee, that. Do you really think I should get a Hershey bar?
Can't miss. Look at the last performance.
Last performance?
Yeah. Coming out of the machine, Hershey was boxed in by Lifesaver, but got through the hole.
Really?
And Lifesaver was the flavorite.
Well, I don't know. I'm still gonna... Wait a minute. I know what I'll do. I'll get Almond Joy.
Okay, it's your dough.
Wasn't he cute, Jack? Just like the tout on our show.
Yeah.
Hurry up, Jack. Dennis has finished the song. Okay, Mary. What took you so long, Jack? Oh, I ran into that racetrack tout. Now, where were we? We're supposed to start our sketch. Oh, yes. Well, hold it a second. Kids, before we start, I want to call Rochester. Oh, Mabel, where's the grapefruit? Mr. Benny's line is flashing. I wonder what the Snows of Kilimanjaro wants now. Well, I'll answer it and find out. Hello? Hello? Gertrude, will you try to get me Rochester, please? Just a moment, Blue Eyes. He wants us to get him Rochester. It's a good thing he talked to you. I'd have hung up on him. Why? Jack took me out once and didn't even kiss me goodnight. I can't understand it. I even brought my lips up close to him. Like this. Well, no wonder he didn't kiss you. Well, I've seen a better pucker on a closed laundry bag. Operator, get me Rochester. Yes, Mr. Benny, I'm ringing for you.
Mr. Benny's residence, star, stage, screen, radio, television, and the man who knows.
Never mind that, Rochester.
Oh, it's you, boss.
Yeah. Did the man from the used car lot come around to buy my car?
Yes, sir.
Well, did you tell him the price was $1,000?
But he told me that the used car market has dropped some in the last few days.
Oh, what did he offer you?
$750.
Well, that isn't so bad.
You ought to see where the decimal point is.
Now, Rochester, stop being on his side. You know as well as I do that the car is worth $1,000.
Oh, Bob, come now.
All right. Well, tell the man I'm not selling it anyway, and come down to the studio and pick me up. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Jack, you were on the phone so long we haven't got time to do the play. I don't know. You try to put on a program and something always happens. Play, Bob.
Lemonade. Get your lemonade in the lobby.
Jack!
Oh, I'm sorry. Good night, everybody. We're a little late.
Listen again next week to the Jack Benny Show. Don Wilson speaking. This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.
Jack Benny program. Jack Benny with Barry Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Benny took the Super Chief to New York to attend the testimonial dinner given by the Friars Club in honor of Bob Hope. Let's look in on him as he packs for the trip with the help of Rochester.
Well, I think I better take some more warm clothing. It gets pretty cold in New York this time of the year.
Yes, sir. I've already put in your long underwear.
Good. I also want my heavy woolen socks.
Uh-huh.
My heavy suit.
Got it.
A couple of thick sweaters.
Uh-huh.
My hat and my woolen scarf.
Yes.
My earmuffs, sheepskin-lined coat, and fur-lined gloves. That ought to... Wait a minute, Rochester. What's in that bag?
You make it hungry, so I put in some whale blubber.
Never mind the jokes. It does get cold in New York. Let's see, I'm going to be on the train for 3 days. I better take something to read. Rochester, pack about 5 or 6 of my books. You know, the ones on the table there.
Yes.
Uh-oh, which book did you drop?
The one from the California Bank.
Well, watch it next time. I wonder whether I should take my violin along or not.
Should we put it to a vote?
Never mind. Yeah, I'm not going to take it. Now, Rochester, if anybody wants to contact me while I'm in New York, I'll be at the Acme Plaza Hotel.
Again?
Yes, and you don't have to use that tone of voice. They treat me very nice at the Acme Plaza. In fact, this time they're giving me the penthouse suite.
Oh, that's nice. That's the one that underlooks the park.
Never mind that. Since you were there with me last, that hotel has made a lot of improvements. You remember how every time I'd want to take a bath, I'd have to stand in line?
Yes.
Well, they put a bench there now. And not only that... I'll get it, Rochester.
Yes.
Hello?
Hello, Chuck. I have to talk fast, so don't interrupt. My father's found out that we're in love, so if we're going to get married, Chuck, we better elope. I'll get my things ready, and I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Chuck.
Who was it, boss?
Must be a wrong number. Must be a wrong number. I don't know any girls whose fathers are still alive. Yeah, I hope Chuck gets in touch with her. It'll probably spoil her honeymoon.
I've got everything ready, Mr. Benny, but you haven't got enough baggage.
I know. I left mine in Palm Springs. But Bob Crosby's lending me a suitcase. He promised to bring it over. Gee, I like going to New York. East side, west side, all around the town.
You know? I sure wish I was going to New York with you. You need me, boss.
Now, look, Rochester, I don't need you. I know that all you want to do is to get to Harlem, and I won't see you again until it's time to come home. You spent all your time there with your girlfriend, Dorothy.
But, boss...
No buts about it. The last time we went to New York, you didn't even wait till the train got into Grand Central. You pulled the emergency cord at 125th Street.
I know.
Well, what was the big emergency?
I had to get over to Dorothy's fast. Her boyfriend was the engineer on the train.
Oh, I see. East side, west side, all around the town. I'll be at the Acme Plaza, penthouse 2 flights down. I'll answer the door, Rochester. You get my toothbrush and shaving stuff ready. Oh, hello, Bob.
Hi, Jack. I brought the suitcase.
Oh, thanks a lot. Come on in. Let's bring it in the other room where I'm packing.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crosby. Say, that's the most expensive bag I've ever seen. And look at those initials in gold. B.C.
Gee, Bob, this bag must have cost a lot of money.
Well, I don't know. You say it's Bing's. He loaned it to me.
Oh, well, it certainly is the most beautiful suitcase I've ever seen. Let me open it. Gee, and it's just as beautiful on the inside. It's all fitted and made into sections.
Bing had it made that way.
Oh, really? What are all these compartments for?
Well, they're all marked. See, handkerchiefs, socks, ties, 20s, 50s, and 100s.
Oh, yes. Now I see. Some of the green rubbed off there. Well, this is the most novel suitcase I've ever seen.
Well, Bing thinks of everything. Jack, turn that little knob there on the side.
The side of the suitcase?
Mm-hmm.
This knob here?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, turn it.
Well, I'll be darned. Minute Maid orange juice. Well, Bob, it's awfully nice of you to lend me this bag. And hey, wait a minute. What's this? Looks like a little sunbonnet.
Hold on. We packed the baby's things in this when we went to Palm Springs. I guess we forgot to take some of the things out.
Oh, isn't this cute? The tiniest little dress I've ever seen. Look at these baby shoes, too. Bob, I mean, what does a baby need with all these handkerchiefs?
Jack, they're not handkerchiefs.
Oh,
yeah. Well, Jack, I've got to be running along because...
Excuse me a minute, Bob. I want to answer the phone. Hello?
I'm all ready, Chuck. I've got my bags packed and I'm in my room on the 3rd floor. But I'm a little nervous, so you'll have to carry me down the ladder. Goodbye, Chuck.
Well, that's ridiculous. See, I haven't thought of eloping since I saw Theda Bara in Passion's Plaything. Why can't that girl get the right number?
Is there anything wrong, Jack?
Yes, Bob, but it's a long story.
Well, I think I'd better get back home. You know, I'm rehearsing a new song, and Charlie Bagby's coming over to accompany me on the piano. Have a nice trip.
Oh, thanks a lot, Bob. Give my regards to Charlie, and... Hey, wait a minute. Say, could it be... No, I guess not. But then again, nah, it's silly to even think that.
What's the matter, Jack?
Well, tell me, is Charlie Bagby ever called Chuck? Huh?
No, why?
Well, some girl keeps calling me, and she's going to elope with some guy named Chuck.
Oh, that wouldn't be Bagby. He hates women now.
What do you mean now?
Well, Jack, didn't you know that Charlie was all set to be married, and on the very day of the wedding, his girl jilted him?
You mean she stood him up?
Yeah, but he fell right back down again.
Well, I don't blame her then. Say, Bob, what's the name of this new number you're rehearsing with Bagby?
Well, it's called Keep It a Secret. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, go ahead.
Now if you see my darling with somebody new, keep it a secret. Whatever you do, why should you tell me and break my poor heart? Then foolish pride would just drive us apart. If you see my darling in some rendezvous, hating the town with the boys she once knew, pay no attention and just let it be, but keep it a secret from me. If you see my darling in some rendezvous, heading the town where the boys she once knew, pay no attention and just let it be, but keep it a secret from me.
Bob, that sounded swell. It's a real catchy tune.
Well, gee, thanks, Jack. Well, I guess I'll run along now.
Well, goodbye. See you when I get back.
And, oh, by the way, enjoy yourself.
Oh,
and
thanks.
Say, enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself. By the way, the weather in New York can get pretty cold. Are you taking your long underwear? Jack, I said, are you taking your long underwear?
Mr. Crosby, you're new here. We've done all those flap jokes.
Yes, Bob. Well, so long.
So long, Jack.
Now, Rochester, put all the extra clothes in the suitcase and hurry, will you? I want to be ready when Miss Livingston picks me up.
Oh, Pauline.
Yes, Miss Livingston.
If there are any calls for me while I'm gone, tell him I'll be back as soon as Mr. Benny's train leaves.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Livingston, what's he going to New York for this time?
Well, the Friars are giving Bob Hope a testimonial dinner, and Mr. Benny is supposed to make a speech there.
Is he a good after-dinner speaker?
Oh, yes. You should have heard him last night. He made one of the most stirring after-dinner speeches I ever heard.
Where was that?
At the Thrifty Drugstore.
The Thrifty Drugstore?
Yes, right after we had dinner, he jumped up on the counter and complained about the bill.
Gee, Miss Livingston, what did you do?
What I always do. I paid it and we went home. Anyway, I hope Jack is a big hit in New York.
You know, Miss Livingston, I don't think it's fair.
What isn't fair, Pauline?
Well, Mr. Benny goes to testimonial dinners and gets all the glory, but you're the real star of his radio program.
Oh, Pauline, you're sweet, but Mr. Benny has more to say on the show than I do.
Straight lines, yes, but you get all the laughs.
Oh, Pauline.
Yes, you do. And where would he be if you didn't read all those hilarious letters from your mother?
Well...
And what would happen if he couldn't make jokes about you working at the May Company?
Yeah.
And every week he gets a great big salary and all you get is a few dollars.
I never thought of that. Hello?
Mary, what's keeping you?
I ought to slap your face.
Miss Livingston, who was it?
The stooge. Well, I promised to take him to the station, so I might as well do it.
Well, here we are at the station.
It sure is nice of you to let me drive your car, Miss Livingston.
Oh, that's all right, Rochester.
And now, boss, I'll park the car and take care of the baggage while you get your ticket validated. That'll make everything according to your schedule.
Schedule?
Yes. You see, Mary, I have so little time on this trip that I got everything planned. I catch the Super Chief here at 8 p.m. tonight. I'm in Chicago at noon the day after tomorrow. I get on the 20th Century at 5 o'clock. Arrive in New York at 9 a.m. Go to my room at the Acme Plaza, take a nap until 4 in the afternoon, get up, wash, shave, and shower by 5, dress by 6, get to the Waldorf by 8, and attend Bob Hope's dinner. Then catch the plane at 11:30 and be home the next morning.
Boy, what you won't go through to get a free meal.
Free meal. Come on, let's get into the station.
Train now leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Kilimanjaro.
Jack, I thought you told Rochester to take your bags. How come you're carrying that suitcase?
Oh, I want to take extra good care of it, Mary. It's a very expensive bag. It belongs to Bing Crosby.
Oh. Say, Jack, let's go over to the soda fountain. I'm kind of thirsty.
Just get a lily cup. I'll give you some orange juice.
What?
On second thought, we haven't time for that. Let's see. Where do I get my tickets validated?
Attention, please. Attention. The Sunset Limited now leaving for Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Jambalaya. Son of a gun, we have big fun on the bayou.
Mary, you wait here for me, will you?
Okay, I'll go over to the newsstand and buy a magazine.
Okay. Now, let's see if I...
Oh, hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Don.
Oh, boy, I'm sure glad I caught you.
You almost didn't, Don. It's just a few minutes of train time.
I know, but it wasn't my fault. My wife and I took her nephew Tommy out to dinner.
Tommy? Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I know him. He's that mischievous little kid, isn't he?
Ah, he's not so bad, Jack.
He isn't, eh, Don? That kid can get into more trouble.
Well, as a matter of fact, he did embarrass me a little.
I can imagine. That boy is the worst. What happened?
Well, after dinner, I paid the check and left a couple of bucks for the waitress, and then we drove home. And when we got there, Tommy stuck out his hand and said, "Uncle, here's the $2 you left on the table."
Gee, what a wonderful kid. I had him all wrong, you know.
The Union Pacific Streamliner now arriving from Las Vegas on track 17.
Now, Don, excuse me. I've got to get my ticket back.
Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Before you go, the Sportsman Quartet came down to say hello to you and welcome you back.
Well, that's all. Say hello to me? Don, I'm going away. I'm leaving.
They know that, Jack, but they can't be here at the station when you come back, so they're going to say hello to you now.
But, Don, that's the silliest...
Take it, fellas.
Don, what kind of a thing...
Hello, Jack. Welcome home. We're glad you're back. We'll miss you and your big blue eyes.
Fellas, I'm not back. I'm just leaving.
I'm back on salary.
This is ridiculous.
You were looking at 4 hungry guys.
Boys, I'm leaving. I'm going away.
We're so tired of jumping on our pogo.
Well, listen.
Oh, welcome home. Promise never more to roam. You're just a gypsy in disguise. Oh, hello, Mr. B. With an Alice and a G. We need you on the Benny Show. Hello. So once again we say hello.
That was very nice, but that song could have made me late for my train. Now I've got to get my ticket validated.
Attention, please. Attention. We have a special announcement to make about our lost and found department. It's been lost.
Now, let's see. Oh, there's the window where I'm supposed to go. I hope I don't...
Hello, Mr. Billy.
Why, Mr. Kit? Well, what are you doing here at the station, Mr. Kitzel?
I'm waiting to meet my wife's train. She's coming back from Chicago.
Oh, from Chicago, eh?
Yes.
Was she visiting relatives there?
No, she was a delegate at the Republican convention.
Wait a minute, Mr. Kitzel. The convention was held in July. What kept her so long?
They let her make a speech, and she just finished.
Oh, I take it your wife talks a lot, huh?
A sage observation. In fact, it was because of this that we almost didn't get married.
What do you mean you didn't got married?
The preacher asked her, "Do you take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?" And she went into a filibuster.
Mr. Kitzel, you're joking.
Joking, he said. But anyway, I'm glad she's coming back today. This is our wedding anniversary, and when she gets off the train, I wouldn't even let her unpack her bag. I'm taking her straight to Niagara.
Oh, Niagara Falls?
No, Niagara the picture. I want to see Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, you like Marilyn Monroe, huh? Well, if you're so crazy about Marilyn, why are you taking your wife to the picture?
I want her to see why we don't get along.
The Super Chief departs on track 9 in 10 minutes.
Well, I better go get my ticket validated, Mr. Kitzel. I'm going to New York.
New York. How I envy you. What a city. How I'd like to see the bright lights, the tall buildings, the busy streets, the green fields.
The green fields?
Irving and Max Springfield, my cousin.
Yes, I met them.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Bennett, you can do me a big favor.
Oh, I'll be glad to. What is it?
Well, I got an uncle in New York, Willie Kitzel.
Mm-hmm.
He's like the black sheep in the family. Never works, can't hold a job, practically a bum. The only way he gets along is when the family gives him a little spending money. Here, take this $10 bill and give it to him from me.
Well, certainly. When I get to New York, I'll call him up. What's his phone number?
I don't know, but he's living in a dump called the Acme Plaza.
Well, I'll see if I can find the hotel. Goodbye, Mr. Kitzel.
Goodbye, Mr.
Oh, there's the window.
Attention, please, attention. The new 160-mile-an-hour super streak now leaving for Phoenix, El Paso, St. Louis, New York, and maybe London.
What does he mean, maybe London?
It has bad brakes.
Well, that's the silliest thing I ever heard.
Jack, you got your ticket validated?
No, I ran into Mr. Kitzel.
Well, you better hurry. The Super Chiefs will be leaving soon.
I know.
Here, I bought you some magazines. The Saturday Evening Post, Reader's Digest, Collier's, and Jack, you'll love this book.
What is it?
How to Make Money Straightening Gopher's Teeth.
Mary, you're very funny.
My maid thinks so.
Well, never mind.
Attention, please, attention. This is contrary to our policy, but there is someone here who wishes to make a special announcement. Go ahead.
Chuck, I got out of the house myself, and I'm waiting for you. I would have been here sooner, but I stopped at the bank and drew out all of my money. $10,000.
10,000. Coming! Huh? Oh, excuse me, Mary. What's the matter with me? I don't even know her. Now, Mary, wait here. I'm going to take care of my tickets. It's that window over there. Oh, mister, are you the man who validates tickets?
No, I'm just here because I was born with this rubber stamp in my hand.
Look, all I want you to do is validate my tickets.
Very well. Where are you going?
To New York.
Good. Now, if we can just get rid of the smog.
Never mind that. I have my ticket, but not my Pullman space.
Well, would you like a compartment?
No, I'm by myself.
A roomette?
No, I don't even need that. As a matter of fact, I don't even need a lower berth. Tell me, do you have any uppers?
Well, Wait a minute. Ask me that again.
Do you have any uppers?
Yes, and if you don't go away, I'll bite you.
You're very funny.
Well, my butler thinks so.
The Super Chief now leaving for Kansas City and Chicago.
Jack, you'll miss the train. Hurry.
I will if this man will stamp my ticket.
Okay, there. Now go already.
Look out, Mary. I gotta run for it. Goodbye.
Bye, Jack.
Phew. I just made it.
Oh, so did I. Oh, Chuck, give me a boost.
What? Oh, she's not talking to me.
Come on, Chuck, give me a boost.
Okay, honey, give me your hand. Well, I'll be darned. It really is Bagby.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.
The Jack Benny Program. Starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday Jack Benny returned from a trip to New York where he attended a dinner given for Bob Hope by the Friars Club. Right now it's morning and Jack is just getting up.
Good morning, Rochester.
Good morning, boss. How'd you sleep?
Oh, pretty good. Only I was awfully cold last night.
You're cold every night. Maybe you haven't got enough blood.
Rochester, I'm not anemic. Now lay out my clothes and get me a clean shirt. I don't want to be late for rehearsal.
Yes, sir. Not anemic. I wonder what he'd say if he found out that every morning I sneak in the bathroom and put ketchup on his razor to keep up his morale. Now, let's see. The shirt should be in this drawer. Socks, handkerchiefs, sweaters. Uh-oh, what's this? A bottle of ketchup.
Rochester, how about my shirt?
Come in, boss. Here it is.
Oh, thanks.
Say, boss, while I was getting the shirt out of the drawer, I noticed a bottle of ketchup.
Oh, you did, eh?
Yeah. Where'd you get it?
Rochester, come here a minute.
Huh?
I got a little surprise for you.
Surprise?
Yeah, if you keep putting it on, I'm going to keep scraping it off. I'm not wasting it just to please my vanity. Now, Rochester, look, I want to... I get it.
Hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Mary. Come on in.
When'd you get back from New York?
Oh, about 4 o'clock this morning. It was a nice trip, though.
How'd the Bob Hope dinner turn out?
Oh, it was swell. Everybody was there. Gee, what celebrity. And you know what? I sat on the dais right next to Bernard Baruch.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him since you went to school together.
You know, Mary, you always say the cutest things just before you get a cut in salary.
Oh, I was only teasing. Now, you better hurry. We'll be late for rehearsal.
Why? We've got a lot. Oh, my goodness, look what time it is. I never realized it was this late.
You still have to shave.
I know. It won't take long. I'll take off my tie.
I'll get the razor.
I'll get the ketchup.
We haven't time for that now. You go get the car, Rochester. We'll be down in a minute. Try the motor again, Rochester.
Yes, sir.
Try it again, Rochester. Only this time, step on the throttle, advance the spark, pull out the choke, and hold down the clutch.
Keep talking, boss. So far, you haven't named one thing we've done.
All right. Try the motor again.
Jack, last month when the automobile show was in town, you said you were going down and look at a new car.
I did, but the one I wanted to buy, they're not making yet. You see, it's that revolutionary car with 3 wheels.
3 wheels? Is that good?
It's one more than we've got now.
Oh, stop and try the motor again.
Yes, sir.
There we are. I knew we wouldn't have any trouble. Rochester, here we are at the studio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wish there was some place to park along the street here.
Oh, for heaven's sake, Jack, why don't you put it in a parking lot?
Yeah, I guess we'll have to. All right, Rochester, drive in here.
Oh, boy, a real parking lot. Wait till I tell the boys down at the lodge about this.
Never mind. Just go in. Now, Rochester, you go over and pay the attendant. Miss Livingston and I are going into the studio.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Mary.
Say, Jack, look at that beautiful car driving in.
Gee, what a car. A chauffeur in uniform and everything. Must be the president of the network.
Here we are, sir. Thank you, James.
Mary, it's Dennis. Let's watch this.
I'll get your things out of the car, sir. Your coat, sir?
Thank you.
Your hat, sir?
Thank you.
Your Wall Street Journal?
Thank you.
Your Buck Rogers disintegrator.
Thanks.
Hey, Dennis. Dennis.
Huh? Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. Hello, Mary.
Gee, Dennis, I've never seen such a beautiful car. Where'd you get it?
Oh, my mother gave it to me for a going-away present.
Dennis, where are you going?
Well, she doesn't care as long as I go.
We'd better get into the studio or we'll be late.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
All right, fellas. Okay, fellas, let's run through that number once more.
Hold it, Bob. Hold it. I'm here.
Oh, hi, Jack. I was just rehearsing the band.
Well, say, wait a minute. Aren't some of the boys missing?
Yeah, Remley, Bagby, and Sammy the drummer won't be here for the show.
Why not?
Well, last night they were listening to a quiz program, and the MC was asking questions about arithmetic.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, one of the questions was about fractions. It was, how many times will 1/5 go into 3? So they started working it out.
Uh-huh.
And by the time they killed off 22/5, they lost interest in the answer.
I can't understand. I thought when Phil Harris left, the boys would change.
Oh, they will, Jack. They will.
But when?
Well, as soon as they find out that Phil is gone.
Well, Bob, who do they think you are?
Well, I don't know, but they keep calling me Alice.
Well, don't worry, Bob. For 5 years, they thought I was Evelyn and her magic violin. Gosh, the free dinners that I've had. Well, go on with the rehearsal, Bob, so we can get into the sketch here.
Well, shall I rehearse my song first, Mr. Benny?
Yes, go ahead, Dennis. Then we'll go right on with the play.
Come true. You'll be waiting for my arms till I kiss you once again. Keep my love lock in your heart, darling. I'll return and then we will never have to part. Though if they break your heart and mine, some minute when it's time to go, remember, dearie, we're divine. That man, I love you so till I waltz again with you. Just the way we are tonight, I will keep my promise true. For you are my guiding
was very good, Dennis. Very good. And now, kids, let's rehearse the play we're going to do. Oh, Don.
Yes, Jack.
Set the scene, will you?
Okay. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present our version of the Snows of Kilimanjaro. Produced by 20th Century Fox, makers of that new picture, Niagara, starring yours truly, Don Wilson.
Don, stick to the script. You weren't the star of Niagara.
I know, but I need the publicity. My calendars aren't selling at all.
Oh, well, Don, look at it. Just read what's written, will you, please?
Okay.
You spent a whole week writing.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we present our version of the Snows of Kilimanjaro, which starred Gregory Peck, Susan Hayward, and Ava Gardner. Our story opens in the African jungle, at the foot of the majestic snow-capped mountain, Kilimanjaro.
My name is Gregory Peck. I am a writer who came to hunt in Africa. As I lie here at death's door with the painful throbbing of my infected leg, my entire life has flashed before me. I can tell this is the end because as I look up at the hot African sky, I see two vultures circling over me. Oh, I've seen vultures before, but these two are carrying a bottle of ketchup. I was recommended to them by Duncan Hines. As my temperature rose, I felt a soft, cool hand on my forehead. It was my wife, Susan, tenderly stroking my fevered brow. And as I muttered and moaned in my delirium, she said,
Cut out that blubbering, Mac.
I can't help it, Susan. Look at me. Lying here helpless. While all the members of my safari are starving because I can't go out and hunt fresh meat for them.
Don't worry about that. This morning I went out in the jungle and killed a lion.
But wait a minute, Susan. We're out of ammunition. How did you kill the lion?
I strangled it.
Why? How in the world could you possibly bring yourself to strangle a lion?
I used one hand. I gave it a fighting chance.
When is that medicine coming? When will the plane get here? When?
The plane didn't arrive with the medicine, and I got worse. So in desperation, Susan sent for a native witch doctor. The witch doctor came, and for the next 2 hours, he kept stuffing hot sand into my mouth. When my hat got too big for me, I realized he was shrinking my head. Fortunately, I stopped him in time. But to this day, I wear a size 2 3/8. I shall never forget that witch doctor. He sprinkled me with a powder made from ground tiger teeth. Then he chanted his weird voodoo incantation.
Igamawa, moo, moo, moo. Taga, moo, moo, moo.
Oh, doctor, I'm in such pain.
Here, you take 'em these herbs. You come morning sun, you'll feel all better like me.
Oh, that's wonderful, doctor. How much do I owe you?
Nothing. Blue Cross.
The witch doctor left. And as the night wore on, my feverish mind was frightened by the sounds of the jungle. The roar of the lion. The cry of the wild boar. The frightened whinny of our horses. The wild chattering of the monkeys. The maniacal screech of the hyena. The terrifying sound of the crocodile. The terrifying sound of the crocodile. I knew if I kept trying, I'd find something that Mel Blanc couldn't do. The quietness of the long night was broken by the jungle sounds, the sighing of the soft winds, and the constant beat of the talking drums by which the natives communicated with each other. When they finished, I felt a little better. Their song had put me in a romantic mood. I began to think of all the girls I have known. Constance Forsythe, Rosalind Winston, Valerie Fitzgerald, Don Wilson. I really thought of Marilyn Monroe, but Don's calendars aren't stumpy. Then I began to think of the first girl I had ever really loved. It was in Spain. I met her in Madrid. Like all Latin, she was impulsive and romantic and beautiful. And best of all, she was in love with me. I shall never forget my first meeting with Maria. I said to her,
It's a lovely place you have here, Senorita.
Gracias, senor.
And it's very big, too.
Si, senor.
Gee, it's so big. Do you know how much it costs?
No, I just work here. Senor May owns the company.
There, too?
That was how my romance with Maria started, and it blossomed rapidly. We went everywhere together, dancing, swimming. And finally, she took me to the bullfights. It was my first time at a bullfight, and I didn't know much about this Latin sport. But the traditional blare of trumpets, the first event got underway.
Look, here comes the bull.
Wow, he looks big.
Ooh, here comes the toreador.
Hey, dig that crazy steak knife.
Started, and though it horrified me, it was exciting. The toreador did well, and to show its appreciation, the crowd yelled and showered him with gifts. Maria took the rose out of her hair and threw it to him. I didn't have a rose, so I just threw him my hair. But when I threw it, my hair sailed out in a wide circle and landed back on my head. It was the toupee I had bought in Australia. Yes, my thoughts were all of Maria's this time, until I felt the throbbing of my leg, and great waves of pain swept over me and washed me back into consciousness in my camp in Africa. Susan was still standing guard over me. She must have realized I had been dreaming of Maria, because she said,
Wipe that smile off your face, Mac.
Oh, it's you, Susan. I must have been dreaming. Has the plane arrived yet with the medicine?
No, they were halfway across the Atlantic, and they had to turn back for the peroxide.
For my leg?
No, for me. I wasn't born a blonde.
Susan's voice soothed me. And again I fell asleep. I forgot the pain of the present as I remembered the pleasures of the past. And it was at this point I remembered Ava. I first met Ava in Paris. Gay Paris. Ava had everything. Beauty, poise, and intelligence. But even though she was a society heiress, she insisted on earning her living by singing in a tiny French time I heard her as she sang. When Ava finished singing, the crowd clamored for an encore. She sang Jambalaya till someone hit her in the eye with a crawfish pie. Son of a gun, we have big fun in the Bible. Then Ava came over and sat with me.
How are you feeling?
Fine, Ava. And tonight we're going to do the town. I'm going to start by drinking champagne out of your slipper. Come on, put it on the table.
Okay, there. Go ahead, start pouring.
Take your foot out of it first. That's better. Now I'll fill the slipper with champagne for me. There. Now I'll fill your other slipper for you.
My left foot is bigger than my right.
Oh, well, tell me. Tell me, Ava, am I the first man who ever drank champagne from your slipper?
Oh, they all do.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. When I walk home from here, I sound like Chloe coming through the swamp.
I asked Ava to marry me, but she turned me down, so I married Susan and came here to Africa. The pain in my leg now is unbearable. I'd almost given up hope when suddenly I heard a droning noise.
Look, Mac, it's a plane!
Susan was right. It was a mercy plane coming with supplies. But fate still mocked me. There was no place for the plane to land. As a last resort, the pilot swooped low over our camp and threw the medicine and peroxide up. We found the medicine and I got well, but the peroxide disappeared. So now Susan is a brunette. But somewhere in Africa, there are 200 blonde gorillas. This is the story of the Snows of Kilimanjaro.
Good night, folks.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service. the Jack Benny Program. From the American Legion Hall in Palm Springs, California, Jack Benny, with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis A., Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, as you probably know, our little star is completely recovered from his recent attack of influenza. But his doctors advised him to get a little sunshine and rest. So last Thursday, he got in his Maxwell and had Rochester drive him to Palm Springs.
Gosh, Rochester, no matter how many times I make the trip, I still love the ride to Palm Springs.
It is beautiful, boss.
What town are we passing through now?
Cabazon.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's Cabazon?
Certainly, we've been going through it for the past 2 hours.
I like to get to the springs before dark, although we're not making such bad time considering we had 3 blowouts.
5.
No, Rochester, we only had 3 blowouts.
5. The tire blew out 3 times and your hair blew out twice.
Oh, yes, the man behind us thought we lost our foxtail. Anyway, we've been passing through some nice scenery. I know so many wineries and miles of vineyards.
Yeah, this is the wine country.
And you notice the cows, how sleek and fat they are? They look so contented.
They're more than contented, they're drunk.
Stop making things up, drunken cow. Of all the...
Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
We're almost out of gas. We better stop at a gas station.
Oh, all right. Now we have to go through lifting up the seat and everything. Oh, well.
I'll drive to the station on the corner.
Yes, sir. Fill her up. Well, how far are we from Palm Springs now?
17 miles.
17 miles, huh? Let me see. The altitude here is 3,100 feet. And the altitude of Palm Springs is 270 feet, which is a drop of 2,830 feet, which for 17 miles would be about 3.25% grade. Now, the wind is at our back, but at the pass, it becomes a headwind of about 19 miles an hour. Let me see. Put in 2 4/10 gallons.
Yes, Mr. Einstein.
My name isn't Einstein.
Oh, yeah, your initials are on the side of the car, B.H.
Those aren't my initials. They belong to the man I bought the car from.
B.H. Bob Hope?
No, Ben Hur.
Never mind, Rochester. Just stand up and drive. Now, let's get going. We want to arrive at the springs before dark.
That was Thursday. Friday was a beautiful day, and Jack really enjoyed it. He visited Mary Livingston at the Park Lane Hotel, and they spent the afternoon around the swimming pool.
Gee, the sun feels good, Mary.
Yeah. A couple of more hours of this, and we'll both have beautiful tans.
Say, Mary.
Yes, Jack?
Mary, I like to talk to you.
What is it?
Well, it's a little embarrassing.
For heaven's sake, Jack, what is it?
Well, I don't like to mention this, but your bathing suit is awfully snug and skimpy.
Well, go in and take it off. I didn't want to lend it to you in the first place.
Well, I can't help it if Rochester forgot to pack my suit. You think I like wearing yours? I'm going to have an awful time explaining my tan to the boys in the steam room.
Stop pouting and enjoy yourself.
I am enjoying myself. It's a fine town for you to catch a cold in, too. There's one spot I love for vacation, though. It's Palm Springs. Come on, Mary, let's go in the pool. Last one in is a rotten egg.
Gee, I didn't know Jack could dive that well. He hasn't come up yet. I wonder what happened. Hope there's nothing wrong. Gosh, it's been nearly a minute. How can he hold his breath that long? I better jump in and... Oh, good, he's coming up now.
You. Mary, why didn't you tell me those trunks had no strings? The last time I ever wear your suit.
Good. And take off my cap. You look like a honeydew melon.
Okay, I'm getting out. Oh, it's cold when you get out. Mary, throw me a towel.
Okay, here you are.
You didn't have to throw it so hard. Help me out of the pool.
That was how Jack spent Friday. And on Saturday, feeling full of vim, vigor, and vitality, he tried his luck on the Tamarisk Golf Course with Bob Crosby.
What'd you have on this hole, Bob?
I had a par 4.
4?
Yes, Jack, 4.
I was sure you took 5 strokes.
Oh, no, my tee shot was right down the middle. Then I used the 6-iron, was right on the green. My first putt just rimmed the cup, and my second putt was in.
Yes, you're right. You did have a 4. Well, I guess you win that hole.
Why, what'd you have?
12. Well, maybe I'll beat you on this next hole. Go ahead, tee off.
Okay.
Nice shot, Bob. Now stand back, please. Want to make sure it's teed up just right. Well, here I go. Missed it.
They're not making the balls as big this year.
Oh, quiet. Stop grinning. You make me nervous. Now, here goes. There, I hit it. Hey, where'd the ball go, Bob?
Oh, you sliced it out into the rough.
Oh, well, let's go look for it.
Da-dee-dee-dee, boom-bo-dee-dee. Da-dee-dee-dee, da-dee-do-do.
Yeah, it's a pretty song, Bob.
Yeah, I was going to do it on the show.
Oh, good. Let me hear it now. If I don't find my ball, sing an encore or something, will you?
Pretend you're happy when you're blue. It isn't very hard to do. And you'll find happiness without an end whenever you pretend. Remember, anyone can dream, and nothing's bad as it may seem. But little things you haven't got could be a lot if you'd pretend. You'll find a love you can share, one you can call all your own. Just close your eyes, she'll be there. You'll never be alone. And if you sing this melody, you'll be pretending just like me. The world is mine, it can be yours, my friend. So why don't you pretend?
It's a nice song, Bob. I like the way you...
Hold it, Jack. We're walking past your ball.
Oh, where is it?
Well, it's right behind that tree. Say, you got a real bad lie there.
Oh, yes. It was about 200 yards to the green. Got to keep it low so I don't hit the branches of the tree there. And I got to get up high to go over those other trees. Right in front of the green is that big stand trap. Bob, what do you think I ought to use?
Ben Hogan.
Too light a club for me. I'm an ad-libbing fool. Let me see. Gee, I was in the same spot yesterday when I played with Stanley Curtis and George Howard. They're both watching the game. I thought I'd mention them. If this tree wasn't directly in the way, I could... Hey, where'd that ball go?
You know where it went. You kicked it right out into the fairway.
Well, it was an accident.
Some accident. The first kick, you missed it.
Well, it was an accident. I'm going to shoot it from there.
Oh, no, you're not. The rules say that if you move a ball, it costs you a stroke, and you can't argue with me because I know the rules of golf.
You know, Bob, this is an amazing coincidence.
What's a coincidence?
It was exactly this time last year, right here on this course, that my ex-orchestra leader became my ex-orchestra leader because he, too, knew the rules of golf. Now, Patty, hand me my 3-wood. Thank you. Where to go? Where to go? Where to go?
Well, I don't know, but when we get to the green, just drop a ball in the hole. I've got a wife and 5 kids to support.
Oh, so there it is. Just on the green there.
Hey, that was a swell shot, Jack.
Yeah. Well, here's your ball, Bob. Your shot.
Well, all I need is just a little chip.
Nice shot, Bob. Right on the green. Come on. Well, we're both on the green in 2.
Yeah. You putt first, Jack. You're away.
Putt? Aren't you going to concede that?
Jack, you got an 8-foot putt there. Give me one good reason why I should concede it.
I'll give you a 6. Your wife and 5 children.
Yes, folks, that's what Jack did Saturday. But now, this is Sunday, the day he does his radio broadcast. And in honor of our locale, today we're going to do a dramatic play based on the historical discovery of Palm Springs. Curtain. Music. Ladies and gentlemen, although for centuries without number, the area around Palm Springs was known and loved by the Indians. It was not discovered by the white man till 1774. It was in this year that the Spaniards pushed through to the desert in California. But the Spaniards, hungry for gold, saw no value in this area and pushed on toward the coast. For nearly another century, Palm Springs remained sleeping in the sun, a veritable paradise for the Indians of the Agua Caliente tribe.
This isn't funny, folks, but up till now, Don's had nothing. Continue, Dante.
Then in the year 1853, 2 intrepid explorers headed west from Texas into the blistering, burning desert.
The sun is sure hot today, Tex.
Yep. This sand is burning my feet, Tex.
I think it's even hotter than it was yesterday, Tex.
I reckon you're right, Tex.
One of us should have come from Colorado. Tell you what, Tex, you can call me Slim.
Okay, Slim. And I think we're lost in this desert because... Hey, wait a minute. Look, there's a man coming towards us.
Oh, yes. Hello there.
Buenos dias, mister.
Now, look, amigo, we're lost. We've been wandering through this desert heat for days without water or food. Our skins are burned to a crisp and our feet worn raw. Maybe you can help us.
Se hable temprano días cajuire, posnera, tacos.
What does that mean?
Next time, take the train and relax.
Don't be stupid. There's not a train within 1,000 miles of here.
Yeah, do you live around here?
Oh, no, mister.
Then what are you doing out here in the desert anyway?
I'm looking for my sister, mister.
Your sister's lost, eh? When'd she disappear?
Last night was when I first missed her.
Your sister?
Yes, mister.
You been walking through the desert all day?
Yes, and on my foot I have a blister.
Well, that's too...
Blister.
Hey, that sis of yours, is she beautiful?
Yes, you couldn't resist her.
Well, maybe you can...
Mister.
I've had enough of this silly talk. Come on, Tex, let's go.
Hey, wait a minute, Slim. Here comes somebody else.
What are you hombres doing around my neck of the woods?
Out of my way, mister. We're trekking onward.
Oh, no, you ain't.
Oh, yes, we are.
Be careful, Slim. Be careful. That's Windy Wilson, the toughest man in these here parts.
Windy Wilson, eh? Well, I'll take care of that. Shot him right in the stomach. Yes, sir.
Oh, you got me. You got me. And now I'm a-dying. I'm a-heading for the big corral up yonder, where the deer and the antelope play on fleecy clouds, where there ain't no lost little doggies, and the chuck wagon is always filled. Yeah, I'm a-heading for that big heavenly roundup in the sky. Yes, I'm a...
Oh, shut up. You had enough to do.
I'm sorry.
Come on, Tex.
Wait a minute. Here come three guys on horseback.
Where?
Oh, they will not hurt you, mister. They are my brothers, the Guadalajara Trio. They are singers.
The Guadalajara Trio. Who was that applauding?
I don't know. Dig this crazy desert.
Yeah. Sing something, boys. good, senor. Now, come on, Tex. We got to go and discover Palm Springs. So long, amigo.
Adios, and if I do not see you till then, happy Easter.
Thanks.
Easter.
Yeah. Come on, Tex.
Oh, one moment, senor.
Now what?
I bet you are surprised to meet a Mexican who does not do that silly talk about Psy.
Psy?
Sí.
Now, cut that! Come on, Tex. Time to discover Palm Springs. No doubt about it, Tex. We're lost.
Yeah, Slim. And you better go on without me. I can't make it. I'm too tired. I'm too thirsty. My throat is parched and...
Tex, what are you staring at?
I look up ahead. There's a pool of clear, cold water and a beautiful gal standing beside it. Let's go. You can have the water.
Tex, come back. It's only a mirage.
Hello, beautiful.
Hi, handsome.
Tex, come back. It's a mirage.
How about a kiss, sweetie?
Okay, cutie, come here.
Tex, stop kissing that mirage. Tex, you're acting crazy. I tell you, it's a mirage. Tex, stop.
What?
You were making a fool out of yourself. You were standing there kissing a mirage.
Are you sure?
You had your arms around a cactus plant.
Cactus plant? What a fool I've been.
Yeah.
For the past 2 weeks, I've been walking right by them.
Now, look, Tex, get a grip on yourself. Here, take these last few drops of water out of my canteen. I don't think we have too far to go. Tex, look. Look, here, we made it. This is Palm Springs. Read the sign on that building.
Welcome to Palm Springs. Try your luck at Cactus Pete's Gambling Joint and Date Shop.
Come on, let's go in.
Hiya, fellas. Come on right in.
Who are you?
I'm Tumbleweed Tess, the owner.
Oh, hello, Tess.
Wait a minute. Hey, Tess, didn't I see you in a mirage before?
No, that was my sister Babe. She's a cactus plant.
See, Tex, I told you.
Would you boys like to try your luck gambling?
Well, sure. What do you got here?
Blackjack, poker, dice, and roulette.
I like to play a little roulette. Is it on the level?
Are you kidding? That wheel is so crooked we have to have the brakes relined twice a week.
Well, I'm going to play some roulette. Come on, let's go in.
All right, gentlemen, how about a little action around here? Pick your number and watch the wheel go round.
I'll put $5 on 28. That's always been my lucky number.
Okay, $5 on 28.
You lose. Now, wait a minute. This game is crooked. And another thing, your face is familiar to me. Haven't I seen you before?
Could be. In the last half hour, I was a gas station attendant, a Mexican, and a drunken cow.
I thought so. Come on, Tex, let's get out of here.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service. Jack Benny program. Starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, immediately after this radio program, Jack does his television show. But meanwhile, let's go out to Jack Benny's house in Beverly Hills. It's morning, and he's just finished his breakfast.
Did you enjoy your breakfast, Mr. Benny?
Oh, yes, it was wonderful. You know, Rochester, I like starting off with that pink grapefruit. Where do those pink grapefruits come from?
Florida.
Florida, eh? I wonder what makes them pink.
When they see the size of our California grapefruit, they blush.
Oh, Rochester, you're cute. And that was a swell breakfast.
Say, Mr. Benny, you've got a little bit of egg on your chin.
I have? Hand me a spoon.
Oh, boss, wipe it off. It's not enough to save.
I'm not going to save it. I just didn't want to dirty a napkin. You know, our Bendix machines are loaded here. Hello, Polly. I said, hello, Polly. Rochester, why does Polly seem afraid of me?
Well, you know how you force it.
Well, she needn't worry. This year we're going to buy the egg. Hello, Polly.
Hello.
That's better. Rochester, it's such a beautiful day, I think I'll go for a walk.
You've been taking a lot of walks lately, Mr. Benny.
I know. You see, when I left the hospital and went to Palm Springs, the doctor told me I was fine, but I ought to get a little more exercise.
How would you like to mow the lawn?
No, I'll walk. Don't be so good to me, you know. I'll see you later. Gee, it's certainly nice out today. Everything looks so beautiful. The air smells so fresh. I feel great since I got out of the hospital. A person doesn't realize the tremendous advances medical science has made. All those new wonder drugs they've invented. Auramycin, Auramycetin, cortisone, penicillin, and the 4-way cold tablet. Now they've even got a 12-way cold tablet. That's for people who get sick watching three-dimensional pictures. That stay in the hospital sure did me a lot of good. No business, no phone calls. Just wonderful rest and quiet. Doctors wanted me to stay in the hospital a little longer, but I insisted on getting out. $20 a day. Fortunately, I was getting 25 from the Blue Cross. I think next week I'll tell them I'm out. Hey, there's that cute little Washburn girl playing with her doll. Hello, Beverly.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny. It's nice to see you out of the hospital.
Oh, thank you, Beverly.
What did you have, a boy or a girl? No, honey. I had the flu. Gee, I didn't know there were boys, girls, and flus.
No, Beverly, you're mixed up. You see, the flu is like a cold.
Well, didn't you bring anything from home to the hospital?
No.
Then they cheated you. Every time my mommy goes, she brings home a baby.
She does?
Yes. she's such a good customer. Last time they gave her 2.
I know. You're twin brothers. Well, see you later, Beverly. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Benny.
Gee, she's cute. Thinking that I had a baby. Imagine me having a baby. That would drive my press agent nuts. That little Beverly is a doll. Her parents named her Beverly because she was born here in Beverly Hills. Her brother's name is Pismo. Oh, boy, this walk is sure making me feel good. I wonder if... Oh, hello, Dennis.
Sure, me got at top of the morning. It's a pleasure equal to kissing the blarney stone itself, running into the lights of you and me. Be wishing you a happy St. Patrick's Day there.
Wait a minute, Dennis. Aren't you celebrating St. Patrick's Day a little late?
Oh, I forgot about it.
Dennis, how could you possibly forget? Everybody was wearing green shirts and green ties and green socks, and the women were wearing green dresses and green hats.
I thought it was a publicity stunt for chlorophyll.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, by the way, Dennis, I'm a little disappointed in you. You didn't come to visit me when I was in the hospital.
Well, I couldn't, Mr. Benny. I was sick at the time myself.
You were? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I had to have a doctor and everything. I felt awful. I had chills and fever and temperature and butterflies in my stomach.
No kidding. What did the doctor do?
He told me to stop eating the butterflies.
Dennis, come here a minute.
If you hit me, I'll tell the Blue Cross you're out of the hospital.
Well, goodbye, Dennis. I'll see you later.
Oh, wait a minute, Mr. Benny. Don't you want to listen to the song I'm going to do on the show next week?
Listen to it here? Here on the street? It'd be embarrassing.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Mr. Benny. The last time I sang on the street, people started throwing money out of the windows.
Sing, kid. I'll get a broom.
Through the day and the night.
how'd you like my song, Mr. Benny?
Just a minute, Dennis. 65, 70, 75, 80. No, that's a bottle cap. That's the one that landed right on my nose.
They're right. Pepsi-Cola hit the spot.
Yeah. Well, so long, Dennis.
Goodbye.
That was a nice song that Dennis sang. Probably be a big hit. I never could understand why the song I wrote wasn't a hit. When you say I beg your pardon, then I'll come back to you. When you ask me to forgive you, I'll return. Like the swallows at Serrano, come back to... Say, now I know what's wrong with my song. It stinks. Well, someday I'll write a big hit that will...
Hey, can you tell me how to get to the farmer's market?
Yes, you turn right... Hey, aren't you my friend from Calabasas?
Yes, sir. Hi, Rube.
Hi. The farmer's market's on the corner of 3rd and Fairfax. You come into town to buy something?
No, I'm taking this truckload of stuff from a farm to sell.
Oh. What do you got in the truck?
Pig's knuckles.
Pig's knuckles?
Yeah, the pigs were driving me crazy, always packing them.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, I'm not. Quiet, Pokey. I better get going, Rube. I'm in a hurry.
Why, what's the rush?
I want to get home before 8 o'clock. This is going to be a big night in Calabasas. They're reopening the movie house. They put in a new modern feature.
Oh, you mean 3-dimensional pictures?
No, talkies.
Well, I hope you enjoy them.
Oh, I will. Can't wait to hear that Valentino fella talk. He's a hot one.
Yeah. Well, goodbye.
So long, Rube. I'm the sheet of
There's a real friendly person. Great fan of mine, too. He's waving goodbye to me. Oh, no, it's one of the pig's knuckles. But a fan is a fan. Gee, I had no idea I walked this far. Here's Don Wilson's house. I wonder if Don is home. Must be. The house is tilted. I'll drop in and surprise him.
Why, Jack Benny, what a pleasant surprise.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Wilson. I was just out for a stroll, thought I'd drop in. Don's home, isn't he?
Yes, come right in.
Thank you.
You look wonderful, Jack. How are you feeling now?
Oh, great. You know, I had a nice rest in Palm Springs. Where's Don?
He's in the living room practicing his diction.
Practicing his diction?
Yes. You know, an announcer has to practice every day, just like a musician.
I never knew that.
I'll call him. Oh, Don. Donald. Honey. Sweetheart. Fasto.
Are you sure he's in the living room?
Oh, yes. He gets so absorbed when he practices his diction. Let's go in.
How now, brown cow? The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. How now, brown cow? Peter Piper takes a peck of pickled peppers. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Oh, Don.
How now, brown cow? Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I was very hard. Oh, hello, Jack.
Oh, hello, Don. Don't let me interrupt. Go right ahead with you. Hey, I didn't know the Sportsman Quartet was here with you. Hello, fellas. Don,
Don, what are you and the sportsman working on?
We've all been practicing our diction.
The sportsman, too?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have a wonderful song prepared for the show. Would you like to hear it?
Why, sure, as long as I'm here.
All right, fellas, take it.
How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Okay, take it now.
You gotta have sense to make the positive limbs, but make the negative latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. You got none, create the clarity. Use words with familiarity and add to the popularity. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. To illustrate our last remark, told in the way, low in the art. What did they say? Just when everything looks so dark.
Pass the dictionary.
Accent, to make the positive limbs, rename the negative and latch on to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between. No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow? No, don't mess with Mr. In Between. How now, brown cow? How now, brown cow?
Wonderful, Don. It'll be swell on the show.
I knew you'd like it.
Well, I gotta be going. I'm taking my daily walk.
Oh, but Jack, it was such a short visit. Why don't you stay and have lunch with Don? I'm sure there'll be enough for both of you.
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Good.
Goodbye, Mrs. Wilson.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Jack.
Goodbye, brown cow. See you later. Gosh, I walked all the way down to the shopping district. Drucker's Barber Shop. Haircuts, $1.50. How do you like that? They raised the price. Last time I got one, they were 40 cents. Say, what smells so good? So is this bakery here. Oh, boy, look at those nice-looking cakes in the window. I think I'll go in and buy something.
Yes, sir, what can I do for you?
Well, I don't know. Everything looks so good here. What do you recommend?
Well, we got pies, cakes, donuts, brownies, and Cimarron rolls.
What?
Cimarron rolls.
Don't you mean cinnamon?
That's what I said, Cimarron rolls.
Well, I don't want any of those. Oh, I know. Have you got any lady fingers?
I used to have, but I had to get rid of them. They kept cracking their knuckles.
Don't be so smart. I came in here to buy something. Now, let's see. Well, I know. I'll have a half a dozen donuts, that chocolate cake, and, let's see, I'll have this Napoleon.
That's a Josephine.
Well, miss, I've been having those for years. It's a Napoleon.
It's a Josephine. This is Danish pastry.
I'll have it anyway. And say, on second thought, I think I'll have some of those Cimarron rolls.
What?
I said I'll have some of those Cimarron rolls.
Don't you mean cinnamon rolls?
Yeah, give me 6 of them. Now, how much is it altogether?
Let's see, donuts, chocolate, pastry, and half a dozen Cimarron rolls. That comes to $1 even.
$1? Well, here you are. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And call again. You're quite a character.
Rochester will be happy I stopped at the bakery. He loves donuts. I'll put a candle on one of them. Tomorrow's his birthday. Gee, look at all the new sets in this television store window. Hey, they're advertising my TV show that goes on today. Says, don't miss Jack Benny's version of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Oh, boy, I love those shows where I can play two parts.
Hi, Jack. What are you doing here?
Huh? Oh, Bob Crosby. I was just looking at these television sets. Where are you going, Bob?
Oh, nowhere. Just coming from Remley's house. You see, Frankie's sick in bed with the flu.
Gosh, everybody seems to have had it. Is Remley taking good care of himself?
Oh, yes. Starts out in the morning with a hot toddy. 9 o'clock, he has grapefruit juice and bourbon. 10 o'clock, he has orange juice and vodka. At noon, he has lime and gin. He keeps repeating this until bedtime.
Well, for heaven's sake, who's his doctor?
Oh, he hasn't got a doctor. He's got a bartender.
Well, of all the... Why doesn't he get a doctor?
What? And get well?
What a guy. Well, I got to be running along, Bob. Don't forget my television show this afternoon.
Well, don't worry, Jack. I'll be watching it.
Watching it? You're on it.
Oh, yes. Well, see you later.
So long. Oh, Bob.
Yes?
You know, I got something funny to tell you. You know that word that you always have so much trouble pronouncing?
Manischewitz?
Yes. Well, I just ran into a fellow in a bakery who couldn't pronounce cinnamon rolls.
Well, how do you like that? You mean he couldn't say Cimarron rolls?
Yeah. So long, Bob. So long. Imagine Bob almost forgetting my TV show. Gee, I can't wait till I get on and do Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The part I like is when I change from the nice, kind-hearted Dr. Jekyll into the mean, cruel Mr. Hyde. Boy, that really takes acting. Oh, my goodness. People are looking at me. I'm so embarrassed. Thank you. Gee, look what time it is. I better get down to the TV studio.
Extra, get your paper here. Latest election return.
Election return?
Extra, Herbert Hoover elected president of the United States. Hoover defeats Alfred E. Smith. Extra, Herbert Hoover, new president. Extra.
That's what I get for transcribing my show so far in advance. Oh, well, I better hurry. Good night, folks.
Jack Benny is a regular feature of the United States Armed Forces Radio Service.